Hi, guys. So I wanted to talk today about, another amazing clearing from access consciousness. It is whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to create the blank you are choosing? And then you can fill in blank with whatever it is that you would like to change. So, this week's radio show was all about the lies about money. And if you haven't tuned in yet, there's a link below. Go listen in and maybe have your bars ran at the same time because it is pretty much clearing after clearing after clearing and then some more clearings. And every once in a while, I like to do a radio show like that people can utilize at bar swaps or just getting their bars ran with themselves and a friend, and like just to really clear stuff on a deeper level. And I love, love, love this clearing so much for so many reasons, but it has changed so much for me. Now, recently, Gary and Simone, Gary, founder of Access, Simone's the worldwide coordinator, they co-facilitated a Choice of Possibilities class in Denver, and I listened via audio. And I even asked some questions. I don't do a lot of that, but I did ask some questions. And one of it was around money, because ever since we've moved in here, this new place, this beautiful palace of ours, as I like to call it, with our own private swimming pool, things have been a little bit different money-wise, to the degree that I have some past expenditures. Now, if you're not familiar, in Access we use the word past expenditures instead of debt, and I haven't actually had past expenditures for years. Like, years, since probably 2014 actually, so 4 years, but that's still a long time, and I have lived very happily without them. Every time I used my credit card, I would just pay it off. I did have we've always had a mortgage, so I can't say that I've never had a past expenditure, but when I talk about past expenditures, it's loans and lines of credits, credit card debt, stuff like that. So one thing that I've noticed is that when we moved in here, it just changed, and I have some now, and I'm not happy about it. Well, actually, now I am, but prior to talking to Gary and Simone about it, I was not. I was judgmental queen of the judgmental queens. And what it was what they asked me was, are you willing to acknowledge what you've created? And I was like, whew, like, no, I hadn't been. Why? Because I was too busy judging my ass. That's why. So you can't actually acknowledge what you've been creating and your awesomeness and the future that you're creating when you're too busy judging your ass or your debt or your past expenditures. So it was a really cool conversation for me because I really got the sense of that space of, yeah, like acknowledging what I'm creating just by buying this place. Like what it has created for hubby and I, for my business, for everything, for our sweet cats, for everything. It's so different from where we were before. And I hadn't even stopped and acknowledged that. So as soon as I did in that conversation, and then the other thing that Simone said that really, really woke me up was, do you have judgments of past expenditures? And I was like, yeah, I do. Like real judgment, like holy doodles. I never even realized it because somehow I had made them wrong because everybody else does, or because I chose to, or because it doesn't matter why, but I chose to make them very wrong. So then when I have, had some in these last couple of months, then I must be very wrong, which then of course, how can I receive more if I'm very wrong? So it's just this whole interesting spin on a totally different possibility. Like really, when we acknowledge what we're creating, and then what's possible. So it's not about going, oh, well, I'm creating more, so I'm going to keep, creating more debt. No. It's still about staying in question and in your awareness on what else is possible and creating and all of that, but just this really different space. And it has totally changed it for me, along with running all of the clearings, like whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to create the judgment of past expenditures are you choosing? Everything that is, we destroyed and created all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9 POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. In case you're not familiar, but you probably are because you're on my email list, but in case you're not, that's the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. You can go to the Clearing Statement for more information about how it works. It's magic, absolutely magic. And whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to create the money problems you are choosing? Everything that is, we destroyed and created all times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to create the finances you are choosing? Everything that is, we destroyed and created all times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Whose lies, what lies, and how many lies are you using to create the lack of $100 million in your bank account are you choosing? Everything that is, we destroyed and created all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah, and you can fill it in with anything. Maybe it's a relationship stuff you've got going on. Maybe it's body stuff. Maybe it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Fill it in and run it. Because it is, all the clearings work. And this one right now, which often is the way when there's a new one and everybody's using it, it seems to exponentialize the clearing. And this one really is. And Dane shared a video in a group that I'm a part of, and he was talking about how, when we use the tool, who does it belong to? Like maybe we're freaking out about money and then we go, oh wait, who does that belong to? Oh, not mine. Return to sender with consciousness. Now you also want to follow it up with this clearing, like whose lies, what lies, and how many lies am I using to create this crazy I am choosing? Or it can be simpler and just all the lies I've bought about this, destroy and uncreate it. Because in order for us to take on somebody's stuff or like to be aware of it, but then solidify it into our universe, we've bought some lies about it. So clearing both, like return to center with consciousness and use the lies clearing, can exponentialize what is possible. And I love already, I don't know if it's been a week since I had that conversation with Gary and Simone, and what has changed in my finances already. Like truly, guys, when we get out of the judgment, especially when we're not even aware that we're choosing the judgment or that it's judgment. Like I didn't even realize it was judgment, even though of course it's judgment, but I didn't realize it. They say you gets it when you gets it. When I, just letting that go, and what's been able to exponentialize, and the creations that are popping, and the people that are coming forward saying, do you want to co-create this with me? It's just been magical. So that is my clearing for you to play with, to utilize, to try out in different ways, just so that you also can be creating more in whatever way you'd like to. So thanks so much for watching. I am so grateful for all of you on my email list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And my plan is to be doing these on a more regular basis. So you'll be getting some loving from me once a week, once a month, once every 2 weeks, who knows, but more than you have been getting. So how does it get any better than that? Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next time.